we were just actually trying to figure out where the sound come from. So it's kind of that enigma that kept us just thinking about it. So I really enjoyed that. You have children, so we really appreciate the fact that it was kind of a time that you can just come with your family. It's gonna be finding a friend this show. So we really appreciate that.
I loved it actually. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. I was surprised by it. It kept me entertained longer than I thought it would. And I loved seeing other people's reactions. There was a little girl who was jumping up and down as the emotion increased with the sound of the siren and things. It was amazing to see that. I really enjoyed it.
Very interesting how it's open air, but you actually have the feeling of being like in a closed space where the sound is moving. So yeah, I really enjoyed that as well. And like the variation of like emotions that these different sounds are triggering as well.
I found it really immersive, and I found myself moving towards different sounds, more not necessarily by how loud they were, but just by how intriguing they were and what was going on. So I found myself really being sort of drawn from one place to another.
I loved those sort of shimmering pieces of metal
Yeah,
when
I
they,
think that's
when they started to increase, and we were talking about that it was reminiscent of storms, but also of earthquakes.
Yeah.
And I think the most poignant, maybe not the favourite, but the most poignant was the sort of sirens.
Sirens.
Because even though I didn't grow up with it, like my parents grew up in the age of air raid warnings, and there's something quite deep down that strikes fear when you hear that sound, even though
It's a very primal sound, the siren, isn't it? It really affects you, I think.
Yeah.
Interesting, thought-provoking. Yeah. I really admire the mechanical devices. I think they're the most effective things. They're really kind of interesting. The repurposed nature of the birds and the burnt tree and the drums. I think they speak to a kind of post-human Earth in a way that's very compelling. If you feel like you're feeling too happy in life and you need to be brought down a couple of pegs, that's a good idea.
It's very like loud and eerie. I like the birds. It's like the wings are constantly flapping. That's clever how that happens. I think just it's really good. I like the sounds and how everything fits together. I mean, so far I really like the bells. It took me by shock when they started.
It was really, really good. And what was really good about it was arriving while it was still light, and then as it got darker it really sort of came more to life. So yeah.
I like sitting in the benches, just watching things closely, just looking at letting things sort of sinking into you. And I also like the strangeness of the instruments.
Yeah, the eeriness of the sounds and that sort of sense of something coming that's doomed. Yeah. yeah.
We're all doomed.
Fine is the word, it will just be. We're on a floating rock, that's what they say, right? It will just keep on existing, being reborn again and again. The planet has survived every age, every condition. It's us, isn't it? It's our place in the world sinking into the ground. We're talking about our survival. The crisis is our extinction.